Chris Reardon.
Evening, gang. Welcome along. It's Thursday night. How do we get to Thursday so quickly? It's beyond me. Thursday night, Thursday the 12th of August 2021. A very good evening to you, gang. Sorry, I came up and I had everything going. I had the music playing and I had the clock on here. Everything's here. And then I've just walked in about 2 minutes and I sat here and started. I faded the screen to blank and I put the little film on there. And I'm looking at the monitor and the monitor is showing it as well. And then I saw the red button, which I hadn't clicked, stream now. So you probably would have just got the holding. You would have got just a picture. What was it tonight? That one in the bottom left-hand corner, wasn't it? That one there. You probably would have just got that on your screen with no music, of course. I just completely forgot to push the button. Sorry about that. No music tonight. Well, you're disappointed. You don't listen to the music anyway. Or do you? It's all it's all royalty paid music. I pay £10 a month to use that particular library, which is perfectly all right. All the music comes off this particular library called Epidemic Sound. And so usually I'll come in here round about 7:15, somewhere around there, turn everything on, click start the stream, and then it all comes to you, but it doesn't come to you until I click start stream. And I'd forgotten, I missed it. Somehow I managed to miss it. I usually forget something, don't I? But never mind, dear. Not as bad as GB News this morning. I mean, let's be honest. Even they have got... Well, I'm not so sure, actually. Do they have as many viewers as we do here? GB News? And this week, they've had Simon McCoy and Kirsty together in the morning, and I really quite like it. I have to say, it's warm. It's friendly. Now and again, they have a little bit of a sort of row there, but they're not rowing. It's like when you're rowing with a friend, but you don't really mean it. You know what I mean? And they have a bloke on in the morning who's very. I mean, I could be doing that. He does the same thing as I do, and looks through newspapers and pulls out stories, perhaps that are not so serious. You know, like. Flooding and stuff and murdering. He doesn't do anything like that. He just pulls out the sort of more slightly unusual stories, and he does that in the morning, and it's quite nice. Except this morning, so that we're all running along and everything was going fine, and then at about 7 minutes to 8, they went for a commercial break. And I'm sitting there with my breakfast, having a cup of tea, my little jar of... I've got a jar of stuff to test tonight, actually. Yes! You may have spotted it already in the picture. Can you see it? We're doing a live tasting tonight. I quite do like to do a live tasting on Mark Bowles. Mark Bowles, to be honest, but that's not going to happen. So I've got myself a jar of something to try it instead, which is brand new and is the first time I will ever be tasting it. Okay, live and exclusively on this programme tonight. Huh? They're not doing this on Thames. They're not doing this on BBC 1, 2, 3, 4, Sky, Russia Today, see this. But wait, hang on, where's my echo? This is CNN International. Not doing it on any of those. We are doing it. Even Alex Belfield is not doing a live testing of this. Look, I went to Aldi last night, especially to get this, the new Mars spread. There's no bread. We just have a little spoon. Later on in the show, I will be sampling this. It won't taste as nice as Mark Bowles. Incidentally, here is a picture of Mark Bowles, just in case you wonder what he looks like. There we are. He's changed his badge on the front of the shirt. Can you see it? Used to be a square then. Thank you for doing that, Mark. So that's later on in the show. Yes, so GB News. So I'm watching this thing. 7 minutes to 8, the adverts come on, and I kind of, switch off a bit when that happens, and I'm looking at my mobile phone. And then it went quiet, and I looked up at the screen, and there was a picture of some sort of NHS advert or something. Okay. And it stayed on there. I thought, oh, someone's not been paying attention. It's almost as if a record has finished and you weren't really paying attention. Doesn't happen to me. Never in a million years, my dear. Never in a million. And now and again, I forget to push red buttons to put us on air. But apart from that, I don't do too badly, right? So we're waiting, you know, we're waiting and we're waiting, and this picture just didn't go. And at about 2 minutes to 8, it switched to the GB News logo, which is kind of a moving picture of the Union flag on there with GB News, and it kind of rotates. Well, it doesn't rotate. It's like a loop thing, so it just carries on doing its thing, you know. And we waited, and it was just stuck. It just seemed to be stuck, and nothing was happening. I thought, what are those two doing? And about 8 o'clock, 7 minutes later, it played again, and a little bit of music played, and back came Simon and Kirsty. Sorry about that. We were having a little bit of a break there, and then just carried on. I want to know what happened. You see, because I think Simon McCoy is a professional person. You know, he left the BBC. I bet you, if you spoke to him in private, I bet you he wish he'd never left now. Because it's a blooming joke, the technical trouble that they've been on there for, what, a month now, 6 weeks, something like that, and they've still got these problems. It's a blooming joke, it really is. It won't be the equipment. It's the people working the equipment or someone in the back room. Perhaps they went to this break, right, and they weren't ready to come back. Maybe there was no scripts, no stories to run, nothing like that. Shocking. I bet you, if you spoke to him in private, I bet you he would tell you he wishes he'd never left. I would be very, very surprised if he stays there. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, if they can get this technical stuff working, the pair of them are very good in the morning. They really do work very well together. But I would imagine he's looking around for something else now. He couldn't say that, of course. You know, he wouldn't be able to tell you that. Not while he's in another job. You never tell anyone you're looking for another job if you want to leave the one that you're in until you get the next job, you know? You never do that. Certainly not in this whole media thing and entertainment stuff and all that. I bet you he wished he'd never left. It's been plagued with technical difficulty after technical difficulty, and here we are weeks down the line now, and it's still going wrong. Shocking state of affairs. Anyway, so it wasn't quite as bad as that, was it? As bad as the GB News. No. If you're in the chat box trying to talk to me, I'm afraid I'm not in the chat box. To join in with the show, please send a text 07451 287 337, or you can send an email just down the bottom there, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Text number's just up there. Okay, that side, isn't it? 07451 287 337. There is a phone number as well. You'll be able to call in later. I note that we've just had a new Skype update. So I'm hoping that if we don't always get phone calls, which is fine, you know, it's okay, no worries. If we get phone calls tonight, we'll see if the names are matching up with the numbers, because the names haven't been coming through. Those of you that have already called once or twice, I put your number to a name so that when you call in, I can say, oh yes, hello George, or whoever, you know, whoever happens to call in. So I'm hoping that the names have matched up again, because it's quite nice to be referring to people as names, isn't it, rather than numbers, don't you think? Something like that. All right, so there we go. That picture there that you could see there, I tell you what I've done. I've had a test drive today. I had a test drive of the ID4. So it's been quite a busy day to me. I kind of finished the radio show this morning. Then what did I do after that? I can't remember what I did after. Oh yeah, that's it. I went and did a little bit of litter picking, and then from there I went to the swimming pool. I did 10 less lengths today. I only did 50 today because I was a bit short of time. Then I got back here, made myself a couple of banana rolls. Do you like banana sandwiches? Banana rolls I have. They're like the long, not long sub ones. They're like, I tell you what they're like. They're like mini tiger breads. You get them in the co-op. They're little rolls like tiger breads, you know, with that I mean, more like a giraffe than a tiger, aren't they? So I had a couple of banana rolls in there and jumped in my car with my plastic cup of tea, so I'll get there on time. I got to VW in Camberley to be met by a bloke there, Mike. Very nice chap indeed. And you just hand in your driving licence, sign a form, and you're away. You're away. So he took us out to the car, explained the controls, basically the same as mine. Everything's in the same place, you know, indicate. That's the only thing with cars, you see. Well, I don't know if it's so bad as it used to be, actually, but you used to change, say, for example, from a Ford to a Toyota or something like that, from a Ford to a Toyota, and everything would be in a different place. It's oh Christ. And the worst one was actually the radio. When I changed from, what did I have? Land Rover to Toyota, okay, many years ago, their volume control and the station select control were on the opposite sides. So the volume control was that side, right? And in all the other cars I've ever had, it's been on that side. And I don't think I ever got used to it. I think it's the other way. I think it's the correct way round now. But the Japanese, the Toyotas, it was the wrong way round. And you do that to turn it up, and you change the damn station. Not that you need to do that now, because it's all on the steering wheel. But yeah, so that's it. So in this VW, which was fully electric, the ID4 or IV is. Hang on, let me have a look at the picture again. Was it IV or ID? ID. In the ID4, everything is roughly in the same place, and that was it. So there's nothing to push either. You literally, you when you get to the car, you just open the door. It detects this thing on your key, I think, right? Not only that, you then just chuck your keys down and go. Nothing to push, nothing to turn on. How weird is that? Anyway, so you're very gentle on this electric pedal first, of course. And the other thing with this ID4 is there's no central gear stick or button. You know, like a little thing like that. I mean, I've been driving automatics now for about 4 or 5 years now. And even with mine, you know, you just push the thing and into drive and away you go. There's none of that. There's nothing in the middle. No, it's on the side of the steering wheel. There's this like a stalk that sticks out type thing. And you like it's like a twist thing like that. And you twist it that way for drive. And you twist it that way for brake. And you twist it backwards for neutral. And then backwards again for reverse. That's how you do it. So you put your foot on your brake and you twist it to drive and it engages, and then you really, very gentle, and just touch the accelerator and off it goes. And I was only out for about 15, 20 minutes, I suppose. You know, went down the A30 towards Sunningdale, which is a lovely place. Oh, a lovely day. Nice to live there, dear. Very green and villagey-like, very posh. Yes, very expensive. They've got a lovely church there. Lovely church. Lady Virgin Mary or something like that it's called. I've been in there twice. Lovely yellow and white. Colours of the Vatican. Yellow and white paint in there they've got. And no problems whatsoever. There's flying in there. No problems whatsoever, really. No. Went from a drive. Just put the accelerator down a couple of times just to feel the pickup, the acceleration. My God, it's like a rocket. It's like a rocket. And it was the same with the Skoda. You know, you touch these, it's instant. I know you're going to say it's instant with petrol and diesel. I know you're going to say that. I know the petrol heads will say that. But this just feels more instant. It really does. The same as turning a light on and off. You know, you flick the switch. It don't warm up, does it? Unless you've got those ghastly energy-saving bulbs. Actually, these two are. I've got these are twirly bulbs here, like for my television studio lamps here. They take not long, 20 seconds to come on to full power. But you know, your normal light in the living room. What, you've got LED bulbs now, have you? You turn it on, bang, it's there. It's like that with the acceleration. It really is. You touch this and whoosh, it's gone. And so quiet, so quiet. The radio. I don't think the radio sounded as good as mine. On the other hand, maybe you just need to adjust the bass, middle and treble on that. I don't know. I probably have adjusted mine in my Toyota. And got back to the garage. I will say, when reversing, I went down, apart from the main road, I went down a couple of quiet roads as well, you know, just to see how it goes. Up hills, that sort of thing. Fine. Wonderful. Wonderful. Got back to the garage, and I will say, when reversing, as I said to you, you've got to touch that pedal really carefully. Not as easy to control, I would say, as my Toyota. On the other hand, maybe I'm just used to that. You know, you've got to really touch it gently, otherwise it shoots back and you go smashing into the wall. They wouldn't be very pleased with that, would they? And I finished and I walked around it and went back into the showroom with the keys. Mike, he was doing something, so I just while I was in there, I had a look at another ID4. The one I drove today was a black one. This was a blue one, and I do like the colour of that blue. I will say that. Look, that is a lovely blue, isn't it? I mean, that is just a lovely blue. But I went out in a black one, and I walked around it, and I stood back. In comparison to the Skoda, I would say, you remember what I said to you there, that the thing with that one was I didn't feel quite comfortable in the seat. Now, you can, of course, just adjust seats in cars. And indeed, the Skoda had all sorts of adjustments. I didn't really do it, if you see what I mean. With the VW, and remember they're the same car, underneath that look, right, the drive, the chassis, the drive train, I think it's called, and all that stuff, all the batteries, exactly the same in the VW and the Skoda. All exactly the same. It's just the bit round the outside and the interior that you're looking at here. And I will say, when I got in the ID4, I was immediately comfortable, right? Didn't have to do anything at all. Oh yeah, that's all right. Same as my Toyota. I was the same with the Toyotas. In fact, yes, all the Toyotas. I've had Igo. I've been very lucky to have so many cars in my life so far. The Igo, the Yaris, and the RAV4. Never felt uncomfortable in any of them. The most uncomfortable car I ever had was a Sierra. Awful. It had those bloody bucket seats. Oh, and they kind of pinch you, don't they? Perhaps they're holding you into position, dear. I don't know. I'd like Mark Bowles to hold me into position or two. Anyway, yeah. And maybe given a little bit more time with the Skoda, I might have been more comfortable. But the fact is, I sat in the ID4 and I was immediately comfortable, you know. That's it. You're not quite so low down as in a normal car. You're a little bit higher up. I gather that's quite a normal thing with electric vehicles because, of course, you're sitting on all these batteries, you know. And that's it, really. And I walked around the outside, and you know what? I think I like the shape of the Skoda more than the ID4. If you look up the Skoda, and I don't have a picture to show you, if you have a look at the Skoda electric one, can't think what it's called. Just type in Skoda electric. If you have a look at the Skoda electric car, it's chunky. It's big and square and chunky. Now, years ago, I had a lovely car. It must be third or fourth hand. I don't know what it was. It was a Lada. Blokes who know about cars know about Lada, Lada, and that was square. I also had Land Rovers, as you remember, the square ones, the Defenders, okay? Maybe that's just the thing I like. I like square, chunky-looking cars. The one I drove today was more refined. Looks a bit like a bubble. Doesn't look like a Golf, really. It looks like a bubble. Very comfortable. I don't know about the outside of it, though. You know, don't know about the outside. With the Skoda, loved the way it looked. Liked the inside, liked the outside. But the seat was a bit uncomfortable. It may well be worth going down and having another go at the Skoda electric, to be honest. That also being said, it is a lot cheaper. I went down with my, what's it called? You know that final PCP thing? Settlement figure. I went down with my settlement figure. And of course the car. I said to the bloke, if you're bored and nothing to do, that's my settlement figure. Can you work out some figures for me and I'll have a look when I come home? He said, yes. No, fair enough. So he's done some figures and they're high. Okay? They're higher than what I'm paying now by... I don't want to tell you what they were. Where is it now? Where is it? They're higher than what I'm paying by about 100 quid. So they're high. The cost of the car also is another, well, yeah, another 10 or 12 to what the Skoda is. You see, because it's the name, VW. Of course, I don't pay that. I do a monthly PCP thing. So the actual total cost of the car, I don't pay that. Don't get me wrong. I haven't got that to pay on a blooming car. You pay so much a month. So that's where I am at the moment. Also, I got back in my car and I looked at my car and I like the look of my car. And it also has to be said that the Skoda looks very similar to my car on the front. Remember, there is the other option there at the moment to get another car exactly the same as mine, but brand new, for no deposit and £60 a month less than what I'm paying now. So they're the options at the moment. There are other cars other than Skoda and VW. If I was to have another Toyota, I'd have that again for another 2 or 3 years. And thinking about it, I think that would probably be acceptable, really. You know, I'm not so sure. I don't know, really. Difficult to know. That would probably be all right. We are right on the verge here of becoming all electric, aren't we now? You know, more people. The amount of electric cars you can get now is quite astonishing. And then next year, there'll be even more. If you look on YouTube, type in EVs coming out 2022 or something like that. My God, I mean, there's loads of them, including the Toyota BZ, which I mentioned to you. I do like the look of that one. I really do like the look of that one. Maybe I could have another Toyota and do it in between, or the Skoda. Again, the Skoda would be cheaper than the new Toyota, I would imagine, than the fully electric Toyota. I think it may be worth trying out the Skoda again. He's a nice bloke I spoke to. John, his name is. He's quite down to earth. And funnily enough, when I was sitting in Skoda about 2 or 3 weeks ago now, wasn't it? He was just talking about all sorts of electric cars. He's obviously into it, and he's quite normal. He's got earrings and he's got tattoos. He looks a bit like a biker or something like that. And he was so nice to talk to. John, his name was, and he rang up the other day and said, "Did I have any more thoughts of that?" And I said, "I'm not so sure about the seat, but I think I might have another go. You know, might have another go." So that's where we are on the car, and a lovely day, a busy day. I tell you, busy day, but very nice doing that. Right, let's read some. Oh my God, there's lots of messages, isn't there? Thanks very much for that. Evening to Mark Bowles. Evening, Mark Bowles. He says, "Good evening, you big brass fancy. A tickle, a tickle from you? No, not a tickle, Mark. Not a tickle." Evening to Shania still. Oh, I'm feeling a bit naughty tonight now. Very naughty. Evening to Shania. Good evening, Shania. Hello to Diane Jeb. Evening, Diane. Good evening to Charlie Ray. Evening, Charlie. He likes the music before we start. Yes, sorry about that. Completely my fault. I forgot to press the button. I mean, you'll get a little bit of music later on, you know. Something like this, won't you? You'll get something like that later. Is it there? No, it's not. Wrong button. Here we go. I mean, perhaps you'd rather me just play music tonight. Shall I just play some music and be done with it? Huh? Shall I just play music and be done with it? Hello, Charlie. Evening to Sherry and he likes the jacket as well. Thank you. I've got a few different ones, Charlie, actually, these jackets. We'll see it a bit better like that. Would you like to see it in all its glory? I don't think I've got this camera set up properly tonight. Hang on a minute. It's a bit dim, isn't it? There you go. There you go. Go, Charlie. There you go, Charlie and Paige watching us always. Good evening to you two young people. Hello to Sherry Parish. Good evening, Sherry. Hello to you. So glad you're on tonight to cheer me up. Hello to all you viewers as well. Good evening to Sherry. If I might tell you, Sherry just left her job. One of the governors was taking the piss out of her, basically. So she left. Good on you, mate. Good on you, mate. That's the beauty of it now. Once you get older, you don't have to put up with people's BS anymore, do you, my love? Mind you, that's probably why I'm only working one night a week now. I got fed up with it. Do you know the amount of bums I used to have to lick to get jobs? And then stay in them. Yes, sir. No, sir. 3 bags full, sir. Not any more sunshine. Not anymore. I'm sick to death of people, bit stupid people. And it sounds like Sherry was working for a very stupid person as well. You know, just because they're intelligent doesn't mean you're not stupid. Look at Gemma Collins. Evening to Jeff Burley. Good evening, Jeff. Are you at the caravan this weekend? Sadly not, Jeff. No, I'm not there this weekend. No, we're not at our... we've got a new name for that now. Jeff, the Luxury Waterside Media Centre. I'm not this week at the Luxury Waterside Media Centre. Sorry, no, Jeff. Probably the week after. Okay, the week after. Because next week I've got a little wedding to go to on Thursday. So next Thursday, that means there won't be a show on Thursday. Because, I mean, it may be that I'm back in time. But the wedding's at 1. And it's in Greenwich. Which is just a bloody nightmare to get to be honest. I don't know if I should do... I don't think it's a... I haven't looked at the train thing, actually. Perhaps I should look at the train thing as well and see how that goes. I was going to drive, the car park and all that mucking around though, innit, you know. And the wedding's at 1, so sit down meal, 2, 3, 4. And you see, it goes across my sleep period as well. And... yeah, what can you do? No way around that. Trouble is, you know, when you tell people that sort of thing, you know, oh, I'm going to have to stay out on my sleep period. And then they say to you, oh, but you wouldn't come out with me at 4 o'clock. It's all a bit like that. So I'm always hastened. I don't like to tell people that. And I will struggle at about 4 or 5 o'clock. I will really struggle. I'll probably find a chair somewhere or a seat and just close my eyes and hopefully drift off and no one to bother me in a quiet corner somewhere, something like that, you know. But I'm very much looking forward to the wedding. I really am, and I hope they're very happy together. And yeah, I was there when they met, actually. And that's in Greenwich. Now, if for some reason I thought, oh, I can't do this anymore, I need to come home. Well, 5 o'clock is not the time to be driving out of London. Or, well, across London and then out of London. That's an absolute nightmare. An absolute nightmare at that time of night. Don't want to be doing that. So once it gets to sort of 3, you really want to stay there. And that's it until evening. However, on a train, that might be easier. You know, I don't know. Don't know. I'm just going to have to play it by ear. So, no, not up there next week, Jeff. I hope you're well there, Jeff. Evening to Gary Ross, who says, I noticed the music was not on this morning. Tonight, yes, sorry about that, Gary. He says, good evening, rock the socks. What does that mean, rock the socks? Rock the socks. Evening to Andy. Hello to you. Hello, Chris. Good to see you. Sorry not being around. My girlfriend's mum has passed away with cancer. Oh, I'm so sorry. May she rest in peace. Yeah, sorry to hear that. My girlfriend's gone into a mental breakdown, so I'm doing all I can to look after her. I do pop in and out to see you. Looking forward to my next telephone call to you, and that's Andy. Yes, people deal with death in different ways, I'm afraid. Some people just lose it completely. You know, there's no right or wrong way, I don't think. And you just have to go with it and see what happens. Sorry to hear that, Andy. Good luck with that. Evening to Fran Green. Evening, Fran. Evening to George Bond. Rachel Wheatland. Good evening. Hello to Maureen. Evening, Maureen. She says, thanks for playing Amy Winehouse on your radio show this morning. That's okay. A lovely song, isn't it, eh? That's one you do, isn't it? Back to Black. Amy Winehouse, The Beehive is back. Yes, indeed. Hello to John Parrish. Sherry's, let's have a look. How many miles per full charge, Chris? Depends what battery you get. Depends on the battery. I think one's about 200 and one's about 350 there, okay? Evening to Paul in Amsterdam. Good evening to you. You can give the ID3 a go for just a month from On2 website. What's that then? Oh, hang on. Let's start at the top there. Evening from Amsterdam. He couldn't hear any echo. Couldn't you hear any echo when I pushed that button? Oh, you should have heard that echo, I think. No echo? Wait a minute. Where is it? Oh, no. Hang on a minute. No, you don't get any echo there. You should be getting echo there. Are you getting no echo? Oh, it doesn't matter, does it? Does it matter? Oh. I thought we'd sorted that out last week. No echo, apparently. Never mind. Looked at the ID3, but still charging points make long journeys too complex. So I'm going to the Ford Cougar plug-in hybrid. Well, Toyota do a plug-in hybrid, but I think it's way overpriced. It's very, very expensive, the Toyota plug-in RAV4 hybrid. Really expensive. Charging points. There's a lot of charging points now all over the place, Paul. There really is. I mean, that's why I can't charge from home. I haven't got a plug to charge at home. I'd have to go to charging points. Tesco's have got them. Most of the petrol garages have got them now. I don't think you'd have to worry about charging points. Trouble is, there's so many different companies doing the damn things. You know, if they bought it all under one umbrella, it'd be a lot easier, wouldn't it? Yeah. He says you could give the ID3 a go for a month from On2 website. What is On2 website? I don't know what that is. On2 website. What is that? Do let me know. Jason Hughes. Good evening, Jason Hughes. Hello to Paul in Cornwall. Hello to you. And hello to DJ Chris is in the house. DJ Chris is in the house. Look at DJ Chris is getting this when I finish it. Yes, I promised that to him. I am on a promise. It's Mark Bowles on a promise as well. I am on a promise. DJ Chris is getting my lovely art decor design behind us. Yes. That is coming to Chris's house soon. Not too long to wait for that, Chris. We have discussed the date of acceptance, haven't we, my darling? Yes. Yes, that's it. DJ Chris says, stick with the Skoda. At least you got to try out the VW car. Now you can decide what one you want. Yeah, that or another one. Or, you know, it's difficult to know, really, Chris. Hang on, let me just put you in. You're not in my system here for some reason. Why is that, then? That's strange. Have you not texted the show before? Maybe you haven't. Maybe you haven't texted the show before. I don't know. Yeah, there's that. There's other ones coming out. Or I might just go back to Toyota and do what they've suggested there. All right. So thanks for that, boys and girls. Shall we do the tasting yet? We've got the raffle tonight. Someone's going to win one of these tonight, okay? Someone is... Water bottle. It is water bottle with United Kingdom Talk logo on it. Now, whoever wins this, I can't post it tomorrow. Okay? Again, tomorrow, I've got a bit of a busy day. I've got to leave here early tomorrow because I've got a little hospital appointment first at 4:40 in the afternoon. That's at the Royal Free in London. Which I changed recently. First of all, I got the first appointment they gave me was 2 in the afternoon. Well, that's no bleeding good. I'd have the appointment at 2. Then I'd probably get back to the car about 3 and have to sit in it for 3.5 hours. So 4:40, I'm hoping I'll get there. 4:40 appointment. Generally, these hospitals are very good at sticking to appointment times at the moment because they don't want you hanging around, you see. So 4:40, say I'm done by 10 to 5. 10 to 5. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what they want to do, actually. They want to I think they want to have a look. They want to have a look. By the way, this is nothing to do with anything in particular. It's like an over 50s something they've started doing, like a what do they call it? Like a scan? Oh, like a checkup of something that you haven't got anything, if you see what I mean. Oh, what's that called? Don't know. Sometimes you go to the doctors and they do that, don't they? I've had that before, and you go to the doctors. You haven't applied for an appointment or anything, are you? They call you in and they do blood pressure, ask a few questions, this, that, and the other. You know, tell you what percentage you have got of likely to die from various different things. So that's tomorrow. So that should be easy. I reckon I'll be out of there at 5:15, by which time I'll then drive to the pub. And I don't think I'll probably be. I might get there about 6 o'clock. That's okay. Sit in the car at 6 o'clock, make a few phone calls, go on the internet, which is great. And that's what I'm going to do there. Chris says, oh, it's your new phone number, is it? Okay, thank you. Thank you. You're getting your MOT, Chris. No, I had the MOT at the doctor's some time ago, actually. Was it last year or the year before? I don't think they do it every year. The over 50s, how sad is that? Over 50s MOT. God's sake, man. Dear. So that's it, all right. You want to join in? Send us a text, 07451287337, or the email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk is my email address. All right, it all seems to be working today. Hello to Simon Steele. Good evening, Simon. Evening to Simon, who says, "Hi, Chris. I know an Uber driver close to you. He will sell you his Prius. Good condition. Never been above 20 mile an hour." Yeah, we know that, mate. From driving along the Euston Road. They don't go more than 20 mile an hour, those Priuses. No, thank you. No, thank you. I will be accused of being an Uber driver. They're a nightmare, those drivers. Suddenly turning right and left, 20 mile an hour along the Euston Road, blocking everything up. They are a blooming nightmare. And they sit there, some of them on the phone. They got the bloody telly on, watching the telly while they're driving along. No, thank you, mate. Paul, let's have a look. Paul. I think you're worrying too much about this echo, Paul. Don't worry about the echo, dear. It's just a little thing. Don't worry, dear. Most are free on to give you free charging. Most are 7 kilowatts. They took a few hours to charge. They offer car subscriptions month by month. Can try a car for 1 month. Includes insurance and free charging. Is that right? So that's on to. I'm going to write that down. On.to. What is that? .co.uk or something? On.to. I've written that down now. Okay, we'll see what happens there. Thank you very much, Paul. Good evening to Paige. Just talking this evening. Good evening, lovely Paige. I hope you're well there. Here's a question for you. If you and this was sent in by someone suggested this the other week, or on the last show maybe, in the morning. Okay, if you was on Mastermind, what would be your chosen subject? So you're about to go on Mastermind, you know. Sit there. Who is it who does that now? It's that news bloke does it, isn't he? Is he still doing it? And you know the music comes on. Ba 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 ba. Oh, let's try the echo again. Let's try. I'm going to turn the echo up a little bit because Paul's moaning. I can't hear the echo. Here we go. Ba 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 ba. Boom. Da da. Boom. Ba 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 ba. Boom. Ba 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 ba. Boom. That one. So you're about to go on there, and you need to choose a subject. Okay? Shut up, Mark. Stop it. What would be your chosen subject if you went on a Mastermind? And you can call in about this now. Let's try the phone out. Someone call in so I can see whether or not the update has sorted out the names relating to the numbers, because I've only been getting numbers come up in front of me. So let's see if those of you that have called in regularly and have your name on there. Let's see if that works now. Line is open, gang. 02081443477 if you want to call in tonight. 02081443477. Have you called in yet? Time to pick up the phone. Call in now. What would be your chosen subject on let's admit. Ba 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 da. Boom. Ba 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 boom. Ba 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 ba. That one, yeah. 02081443477. Come on. What would be your chosen subject? Or you can text in your answer. 07451287337. Or use the I was going to say the Reach on Air message box, and we're not on Reach on Air, are we? Adam Croft is back today. He's on there at the same time we're doing this. Probably drunk still from last week's wedding, dear. Oh, she went to her wedding last week. I shall not be getting drunk at the wedding, don't worry. I may have. Oh, actually, I'm going to see. I'm going to do this. I'll check out the train journey. Then I can have a glass or two of champagne. Believe me, when I've had a glass or two of champagne, my darling, I'm anyone's. And maybe not John Parish's, but I would be anyone else's, you know. Aha! It's working! Your names are coming up now. Let's go live over to the Isle of Wight. Hello, Isle of Wight. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Lines from London are engaged. Please try later.
Hello?
Lines from London are engaged. Please try later.
I'm not getting you anything here. Hang on.
Lines from London are... Hello?
Oh, hello, that's better.
Is that Simon on the Isle of Wight?
It is.
Good evening, Simon. May the Lord bless you, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen.
Oh, thank you.
Oremus.
I consider that a blessing.
Sorry?
There you go.
It was a blessing. It was a blessing in disguise.
It was, yes.
How are
Anyway,
you, Simon?
Anyway, Magnus, what would I choose as a subject?
Yes.
I think it would be Chris Reardon's jackets of the past 15 years.
Chris Reardon's jackets from the past 15 years. You have 10 seconds of questions, starting...
Oh, no, don't do it for real. God, dear.
Now, how long has he had the United Kingdom flag jacket?
6 years.
How many United Kingdom flag jackets does he have?
3.
There is a fruit that grows. What jacket and what type of fruit is on that jacket?
Grapefruit.
Something in the sky, white and fluffy with a blue background. What is on that jacket?
Pineapple.
Beep, 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 beep. I've started, so you may finish.
Pineapple.
Pineapple. No, the pineapple was the question before, dear.
Well, I'm doing the 2 Ronnie sketch. I'm giving you the answer to the question that
The
you've
2
already
Ronnies,
asked.
if you don't
Keep up
mind.
here.
Here it comes. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, no, hang on a minute. That's Dick Emery, that, isn't it? That's Dick Emery.
Oh, yeah. So what is the 2 Ronnies?
What's going on in the background there?
Oh, it's Mega Mouth Shania.
Well, she's welcome to call in if she wants to, but she mustn't interrupt your very, very important phone calls like she does, interrupting you on your show.
I know. That's when she's awake, when she's not sort of like splodged in the chair on her phone.
Not that it had been noticed by anyone in authority, dear. Carry on.
No, it's lucky it happened, isn't it, really? Because I've got a lot of trouble.
I did consider... Oh, no. No, carry on. You talk to me. You talk to me.
Don't get yourself into trouble.
I don't want to get you into trouble, dear.
I'm always in trouble. That's my middle name.
So the jackets of Chris Reardon. That's what you've done very badly. 1 out of 4.
Yeah, I know. Well, story of my life. That's what they said when I left school. Quite a nice bloke, but should try harder.
Never mind. How's life on the Isle of Wight? All right. Are you sunk yet?
No. We're still sort of a bit with, we're a bit sort of like, sort of in Ventnor, It's quite a nice place to live, Ventnor, because it's the only place you can move every day without moving house, because the house moves for you.
How are the global warming? Have they talked about that on the Isle of Wight at all? How does that affect you there?
I don't know. I'll be very worried if I was affected by global warming. We're about sort of 350 foot up from the seafront. So if ever I look out and I see a duck floating by, I should be seriously worried. Mind you, the mother-in-law lives down the road from me, so that wouldn't be a bad thing. But never mind.
She's mouthy tonight, isn't she? Now, I've noticed this, if you don't mind me saying so. Shania, right, when she's there on a Sunday, she's all calm and nice. As the week goes on, she gets a little bit more mouthy. I don't think she's going to church enough.
No, she's going to church enough. She's just going to too many social events afterwards where there's a lot of wine floating about.
I'm just imagining communion at your holy church. With Shania, she'd be like the one telling people when to go. I could see her standing at the front. You, now!
That's it, yeah. I'll tell you, no one messes with her, I'll tell you.
And then when the host is done, and he's gone in, come on, quickly, move along, next!
Yeah. Oh, yeah, if you don't move and she gives you one of her looks, cool, blimey.
I'm surprised they haven't put like a traffic light system like that they've got outside Audi now. You could have that at the front of the aisle, couldn't you? So a green light comes on, someone moves forward, then the red one comes on as well. And Shania standing next to the traffic light as backup to anyone who dares to step out of line.
Yeah, I've seen people being looked at by Shania and they've turned into a pillar of pepper, or is it salt? Salt.
Well, I must admit, I did see the pictures.
You shut up, not you, Chris.
I saw the pictures of your church, and I did think to myself that some of those statues look a bit strange. Are they actually people that have turned into stone when Shania gave her one of her looks, or forced them to listen to her playing the violin?
A bit of both, I think. It does tend to have that mummifying sort of like effect, But
oh dear,
oh dear. But she, I don't know what it is. It's as I say, she has too many socials. I think this time of the year when she's not at work, where she gets the parishioners drunk on white wine.
Oh, is that what it is?
What were you doing last night?
I'm evicted.
Oh dear.
What's she saying?
Tell you what, they have 80-year-olds going out of that church hall. That's the fastest they've walked in years. I'll do it. Oh.
I'm evicted.
Is Callum involved in any of this drinking as well?
No, he's just bought himself a super duper fibbing modern sort of like sporty car, so he's out with the
has he
lads
now?
that, parked outside McDonald's now. I think they keep the management happy by buying a milkshake every sort of like hour. Then they sort of clog the car park up now. It's like, the American diners on the island, bless them.
Yeah, that's where they all gather, is it? The car people. Here, in Wokingham, it's one of the... Where is it? No, here, in Bracknell, it's the Sainsbury's car park. There seems to be a bit of a problem at the Sainsbury's. All these lads turn up. I can't remember what car... What's the lad's car now? Is it still the Vauxhall Corsa, or is it something else now?
I think it's what Callum's got now. He's got a Fiesta ST. So
Fiesta,
is
that...
yeah.
Wow. How much was that?
Oh, about 10.5 grand, I think.
Wow.
5 years old.
Okay, so it's not new. Has he souped it up? And
no, not yet. I think he will do. He's sort of brassic at the moment because he paid cash for it. He's been working since he was about 16 for it, so he's 21 now. So he's worked hard for it. So
he saved up the cash for that car.
Yeah. That's because he don't pay me any, isn't it? I told him.
Well, I have to say, Vectis, well done to you. That's you. That is. That's you who's taught him to do that. I was I do borrow a bit of money here and there, only for big things like a car because I pay and a house, that sort of thing. But apart from that, I never borrow money from anyone ever. No. I'd rather go without.
It's far too easy nowadays, isn't it? With all these credit cards, it's like spending water, isn't it?
Terrible.
Bill at the end of the month.
I have a credit card. I know exactly how much is on there. At the moment, it's about 180 quid. There's £180 on there, and I set myself a limit, okay, at the moment, because there's not so much money coming in, and lots of bills came out in January, and the savings were... I'm trying to get that back up again now, but it's because I have to say it's because of you that he doesn't owe any money. So congratulations to you as a father.
Yeah, well, as I say, it's I prefer him to... spend his money on that. At least it's something he can drive and enjoy every day. And I think it's calmed him down a bit as well, because even he realises he's got so much of his own money wrapped up in that now. He doesn't particularly want to wrap it around a tree, and of course I don't want him wrapped around a tree either. But,
no, of course you don't. No.
So so he's quite happy now, out with the lads. With these lads, it's their life, isn't it? It's almost like a religion, their car, isn't it?
Yeah. It used to be when I was younger. The car was an escort. It was escorts. Everyone had
You
an
were
escort.
an escort when you were younger. I'm not surprised.
No, dear.
Was that a Mark 1 or a Mark 2?
No, I didn't have an escort. I did, but I'd gone past that age then. It was an escort. Oh, now, what was it called?
Mexico?
No.
RS 2000?
No. Oh, what was
know.
it called? These escort cars, all these boys
Popular?
had...
Escort Popular?
No.
Cool, blimey. Now, I've just run through the full catalogue.
No.
It will come to you tonight.
I bet it won't, because I haven't heard the expression for years and years and years. I think my brother-in-law had one. Oh, God, what was it?
Not a one with the roof that comes down, a cabriolet or whatever they call them. No.
I can't remember what it was. Perhaps someone will remember that. It was an escort, whether they named it something or whatever. Oh, I can't remember the life. I wish I could remember that now. Shall I just type it into our friend Google and see what happens?
You could, they made so many, didn't they?
Types of... Yeah, they did. Types of Ford Escort
1932.
70 to 1980, I think. It'd be somewhere in there. I quite like the Cortinas, but I never had... I quite like the Cortinas, to be honest.
Yeah, my brother-in-law had what they called Cortina Savage. It was a Mark II Cortina, but it had a Lotus engine in it. That was nice.
Right. Mexico...
Yeah, it's not going to come.
I can't find it.
From the
XR3i. XR3i, that was it. XR3i.
Oh, right. You say you had one of those?
No, I didn't have one, no. Oh. I had my first diesel car was actually an Escort. That was my first diesel car. Yeah.
Oh, I had a diesel Escort.
Yeah, it was fantastic, actually. Yeah, really good. Really good.
Yeah, cheap to run and what have you. But
liked it.
Yeah, it's I say Callum's proper into that sort of like car set, and his mates are and what have you. So
yeah, good.
Keeps him out of trouble.
Is he always washing it?
No, he's not, funny enough.
Oh, really?
It's a bit of a pain where we are because we sort of live on the main road.
Yeah.
So you've either got to walk across the main road with umpteen buckets of soapy water, or nearly get run over, or sort of put it up on the pavement and sort of nearly get the bum taken off when you're doing the other side.
Well, I hope he picks his sister up from church after church in the mornings on Sundays.
She hasn't got in it yet. She's refused to get in it. She knows how he used to drive his other cars, but not very fast.
I mean, how long does it take to go around the island in that? About a minute.
Yeah, about a minute and a half if he takes his time.
Have you got any speed cameras on the Isle of Wight? Do you have speed cameras or not?
No, we used to, but we don't anymore. We have the police have the mobile ones. You know, they sort of they hide behind trees in camouflage jackets and what have you. But no, unless you've got a fast car, really, it's quite a badge of honour to get a speeding ticket because you ain't got a long enough road to sort of like get up to it.
Is that right?
Anyway, I'll let you get on.
Yes, thank you, Simon, for this wonderful call tonight.
It has. I hope it's been as exciting for you as it has been for me.
It was extremely exciting to hear your voice.
Yes, and bless you, my son.
Cheerio. Bye.
Bye.
There we are, Simon calling in from the Isle of Wight. His selected subject is the jackets of Chris Reardon. I quite like that one, yeah. Let's see if you're texting in about anything like this. Mark, stop it. Chris, what's he say? Chris, I have a joke for you. Why don't the Chinese play cricket? It's because they've eaten all the bats. Poor bats! Don't eat the bats! Good evening, Daniel Woodhouse.
Good evening, Chris.
All right, how are you tonight, sir?
I'm very good. We've had, we would have had a barbecue.
Oh yes,
it was gonna happen.
What, dead animals?
Yeah, dead animal stuff. I'm afraid. And spinach salad.
Spinach salad. I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, warm spinach salad.
Okay.
Made by wilting the spinach leaves down with bacon, and apparently that's very nice. It's the new trend now.
Is it? To have what, spinach salad?
No, it's to have warm salad.
Okay.
Yeah, just lettuce and tomato is so last century.
Oh, it's not doing it for me. Warm salad.
Warm salad. That you wilt the leaves down in the pan, and with just some diced bacon.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Well, as long as you enjoyed it, that's all that matters, my dear. Who done it? Yeah. You or your mum?
Oh, me. Yeah.
You like to do a bit of cooking, don't you, Daniel?
Yes, I've hamburgers as well. Need only two things: mince and black pepper.
If I can just correct you there, chopped up dead animals and black pepper. Is that what you're saying, darling?
No, in your
chopped up dead animals and black pepper. Is that all you put in there? No onions?
Yeah. No, well, onions would be served as an accompaniment.
Ah, okay. You know, now that I've mentioned onions, that's the one thing missing when I do those hot dogs. I must get an onion in next time and have some of that. You've got to put that on a hot dog, haven't you, my darling? You don't get them in the cinema. If you have a hot dog in the cinema, you don't get the onions. Only at like fairgrounds and places like that. Oh, lovely. Hot dog with tomato sauce and onions. Well, you don't go to one of those butch blokes at the fairground and say, "Oh, have you got a vegetarian one?" Because they just smash your face in, don't they? You got a vegetarian one? Sorry, mate. Get on with it, dear.
Okay, yeah, if you really want to know the truth, I actually really, if deep down, I can't stand onions. Really.
Oh, why did you say that in the first place?
They've never agreed with me.
Why is that then?
But I don't mind them if they're finely diced.
Yes.
In a dish.
Right.
Then I could eat them then if they're more or less unnoticeable. But
okay.
To have a dish. And then you get this like stringy piece of onion. It's like, oh, God.
lovely. Very nice. I used to have them with my when I used to do full English breakfast. I'd have fried onions as well. Best part of the meal.
But I say finely diced. I don't mind because I can do that as well. I actually know that chef thing where you slice down through the roots.
Yes.
And then you peel off a layer of internal skin and a layer of external skin as well. And then you actually slice that there, and then on the other, so you sliced it on the vertical, then you slice it on the horizontal twice, and then go down, and then you get a finely diced of onion. My mum makes me do it. You see, she just knows that she's never been able to do it as well as me. She's never had that chef training.
Fancy saying that about your mum. Hope she's not listening to this programme. I'd slap you around your face.
There's a lot of things that she knows that she'd rather I did.
Taking the skin off. I bet you wish you could take a layer of skin off your face as well, don't you, Daniel? Like the onions. Might make you look younger.
Chris, I've actually had a bit of a makeover today.
Have you really? Are you wearing makeup now?
Well,
a lot of fellas do that now.
Roots.
Not real men like Mark Bowles, obviously. You know, he wouldn't be seen dead in makeup. Well, actually, perhaps he would. I mean, because some people, when you go to the funeral directors, they do make you up a bit, don't they? They put a little bit of powder on your face and all that. But Mark Bowles is a real man. He doesn't wear makeup or need any makeovers. He just naturally looks bleeding good. Unlike yourself.
I just meant, Chris, I was just exaggerating that I'd had my roots done.
Your roots?
As in haircut.
Oh, right, okay. You've had your roots done. It's a
bit of a
girl.
For me Saturday, I'm having Saturday night out with the girls this week.
It's a bit of a girly thing to do, that, having your roots done, Daniel.
Is it really? I thought all hair was roots. I thought we were doing roots.
I mean, real men just shave it off, darling. That's it. Real men.
Mine's been done it's quite about. There's about 2 millimeters of it at the sides, and it's a bit longer on top that I got the hedgehog feel.
Yeah. The hedgehog feel.
Yeah, that's quite important, you know. But Chris, there's something you haven't done so far tonight yet for me.
Oh, what's that?
You haven't actually turned the Mastermind into singing to me yet.
I haven't done what?
So, the Mastermind that you mentioned about.
Yes.
So, would you like to do it for me?
What do you want me to do for you? What do you want me to do? Your wish is my command.
Yes. Go on. Just do the.
Do what?
To do the music. Just do it.
Right. Do the music. You want the music? Chair. You want the music?
Yeah. In the black chair. Yes.
Okay. Ba 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 da. Boom. Boom. Ba 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 ba. And a very good evening to Mastermind. My name's Chris Reardon, and welcome. And your first contestant tonight is Daniel Woodhouse. Wait for it, Daniel. Walks over to the chair, sits down. Good evening, Daniel. And your chosen subject tonight?
Hang on, there's 3 things. It's name, occupation, chosen specialist.
Please come and sit down. Name?
Yeah, Daniel Woodhouse.
Occupation?
Member of the human race.
Chosen subject?
British quiz shows from the 80s and the 90s.
Are you going to do the questions as well? No.
Well,
okay, well, I'll have to. This is very off the cuff. I've got nothing written down. Let me see if I'm able to cope with this. Unlike Naga Manchetti on BBC Breakfast Time. Oh, the auto cue stuck. Oh, I can't cope. Oh, I don't know what to do. I've got anxiety. No, we'll try and do this. So your chosen subject is British quiz shows from the 60s, 70s and 80s, did you say?
That's 80s and 90s.
80s and 90s. Well, I'll do my best. OK, Daniel, you have X number of minutes to go, starting now. Which quiz show featured and had a bolt named after Bernie?
The Golden Shot.
Ding! Correct. Which was the bingo game on BBC One in the 1990s?
Bob's Full House.
Ding! Correct. Paul Daniels hosted an excellent quiz show on BBC One featuring a clock. What was it called?
Every Second Counts.
Bing! Correct. Over on ITV, what was the first quiz show to give away £1 million?
Whip Bam, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Ding! Correct. a couples programme on ITV, generally in the afternoons, made
Mr.
by...
and Mrs.
Bing! Correct. Beep, 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 beep. Thank you, you're out of time. We asked you 5 questions and you got 5 questions correct. Congratulations to Daniel Woodhouse. Da-da, 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 da-da. Boo! Well done, Daniel. Very good, sir.
Yeah. I'm glad that's good training.
You sound like you're really tired after that. Was that a little bit too much for your mind, was it, my darling? Asking 5 questions, one after the other. How did you cope with that, my love?
I thought, no, I did that thing that a lot of Mastermind can tell. I think even Fred Housego did it when in the year I was born. He'd slid back a bit in the chair, and then you see about halfway through the questions, he sort of like pushes himself up a bit like that, and then. And I did a bit of that.
Is he still around, Fred Housego? Because, of course, he was a minicab driver. He was a black cab driver, wasn't he?
I believe he is. And he went on Blankety Blank once with Dawson. And Les Dawson said to him, we've got Fred Housego here, so I'm going to ask him, what's the capital of Fiji? And he went, well, they ain't got a capital. Yes, they have. And he went, well, why don't you go there then? And then Bobby Davro was sitting down below, and he went, why don't he take you there in his taxi?
He ended up on LBC, you know, Fred Housego.
Yes.
He did maybe overnight. I think it might have been overnight. He did the overnight show. Very, very intelligent man. He knew everything about London. Everything there was to know about London. Which, of course, a lot of these black cab drivers, fantastically, very, very knowledgeable people.
Yeah, I like to think, I wonder if I've got sort of a bit of a quims. It's called improving brain cells.
Improving brain cells. What?
Yeah, that's what that does. Is that all that knowledge of where all the London streets? I just wonder if they've obviously got it on the ground. I just wonder if I've got it underground.
I think they actually walk the route. They walk, don't they? Don't they walk or have a little fizzy, a little moped or something like that, and they literally go around all the streets rather than just looking at a map, and that's how they memorise them.
Maybe so, but I can remember being taken in a black cab. Well, I used to do this sometimes if I'd come home.
Right.
If the bingo finished, I'd come about half in the afternoons, I think.
Okay.
And I remember getting in a black cab with this driver, and for some reason mentioning Countdown.
Yeah.
And being absolutely a mate and going on about saying about the old days, the 80s Countdown.
Okay.
And going about when it was a hostess quiz, not just Carol Vorderman, it was a hostess. It was
what?
Kathy Arnott. It was a hostess quiz. It actually needed separate women. One to put the letters up, called Kathy Heitner.
Oh, did
One
they?
to put numbers up was called Beverly Isherwood, and then Carol Vorderman or Linda Barrett. Yes, there was 2 of them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was one called Linda Barrett, and she died apparently a few years, but I think about 10 years after Countdown started, because she'd gone away and caught a tropical disease.
How's Anne Robinson doing on that? Are you watching or not?
I see a bit. I see more of it. I don't see it much, but I see more of it in the mornings actually.
Right.
They're starting doing Countdown in the mornings.
Oh, what
now.
repeated? What time is that on then?
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock if you want it early, or you can have it on an hour later on 4+1.
Oh, it's 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh, I could be waking up to that, couldn't I? No. I try and get a bit of news in the morning just in case I find anything interesting for the show. GB News with Simon and Kirsty have proved quite good for that. And they're not going on about people raising bloody money for this, that, and the other, and people's disabilities all the time. They actually entertain us in the morning. You know, much more interesting.
Yes. So there you are.
All right, Dan. Thanks for calling in tonight, sir.
Yes, we enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
A pleasure. Bye-bye. There we are, Dan calling in for us this evening. Just hold on, anyone who wants to call in now. Just hold on a minute, because we're falling way behind time now. There's things to do, dear, things to do. And lots of messages to read out there. Paul in Amsterdam says, my special subject would be Bellamy. Bellamy. Yeah, I know that. Thank you very much, Paul. Bella, I know that, dear. I know what you mean by that. Thank you very much. John Paris, John Humphreys, thank you very much. John Humphreys does Mastermind. What a good idea that game is. Yeah, I mean, it really is. Really is. I met Magnus Magnusson once from University Challenge. You remember? He was there before the bloke who does that now. Paxman, Jeremy Paxman. Oh, I saw it the other night. He's putting a bit of weight, hasn't he? Jeremy Paxman, how fat has he got? Dear me, what's happened, Jeremy? Talk about letting yourself go, mate. Used to be this thin thing sitting there doing these interviews. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, he does it now. I met Magnus Magnusson. I was called to... I beg your pardon, not Magnus Magnusson, Bamba Gascoigne. Bamba Gascoigne. I've met Bamba Gascoigne. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's with us anymore. Obviously, I can't tell you where. But I went to his house to fix his phone, basically. And he opened the door and wonderful. I said, "Oh, hello. I'll come to fix your phone." And he was all right. And his house, as I say, can't say where it was, obviously, but books everywhere. Books are full of a very highly intelligent person. Very highly, not like us, dear, well, not like me anyway. Maybe one or two of you have a bit of intelligence. Although I'm looking up and down the name list now, I'm not quite so sure really. But yes, very highly intelligent. Encyclopedias, all this up against the walls. Yeah. So I did meet him there. Shania says, whatever. So yeah, John Humphreys, thanks very much for that, John. Shania says, whatever Dad says about me is not true. Oh, I'm sure it is, Shania. I'm sure it is. I hope you're not thieving those bottles of wine from church, my love. Yes, there's a place for people who do that, There's a there is a place for people who do that. Ollie K, good evening, Ollie. I'm sorry your messages have taken quite a while to come up. They are coming through. It's just taken me a while to get to them tonight. Evening, Chris. I missed the last show because I was out at Exeter Bike Park with a few mates, but I'm back now. Is that like, what sort of bikes are they? Are they mountain bikes or... what were those bikes? Do you remember the chopper bikes? I don't know if you know what they are. They had like a gear. The gear was in the middle. Nowadays it's on the handlebar. This gear was in the middle. They were highly sought after in the 1970s chopper bikes. Do boys and girls, do you have like a sort of particular bike that you all like to have? Because what tends to happen is that something comes into fashion and then suddenly everyone's got one. Like we were saying about the cars, with the lads' cars. Now, I know when my nephew Jimmy, he's 23, I think he's 23 now, when he was 18, all the boys had Vauxhall Corsas. That was the car then. So what is there like a bike that you all have there, Ollie? Gary Ross says, take a mint, Chris. I was going to take a mint now, but I don't want to spoil because I'm going to taste some of that new Mars stuff in a moment. We want to try that out, don't we? Thank you, Mark. A deflated whoopee cushion. I think you're absolutely right, dear. I think you're right. Ollie, yeah, chopper bikes weighed about 4 stone, wringing wet. Did they really? George Bond's not calling in tonight. He's got a sore throat. Get well soon, George. Sucker Fisherman's Friend. They're very good for sore throats. Fisherman's Friends. Very good, but not straight after fishing because they smell a bit fishy. Not very pleasant at all. Right, shall we try this now? Shall we try this now? Let's try this now. This is a brand new product. £1. It was about £2. I think it was just under £2. Not the cheapest jar of spread. This is brand new, out this week. In fact, when I was in Aldi, the ladies in there were 3 of them actually working on the middle aisle. Because the stuff changes on a Thursday and they're all stacking this up. So I said, have you got that new Mars thing? And she said, yeah, it's just over there. So I've picked it up. She said, you can't have it till tomorrow. I said, what do you mean I can't have it till... She said, we're not allowed to sell those till tomorrow. I said, oh, come on. She said, nope, you have to put it back. And not only this, there's also a Twix spread and a Milky Way spread as well. And I'll be honest with you, I picked up all 3, right? And I thought, don't do that, Chris, because if you pick up 3, you'll get through them all. So I just bought this one. I think it was £1.99. Aldi, and she sold it to me in the end. But there we go. So that's the jar. So we are now going to try this out. I do quite like Mars bars. Now I don't know if it says what you can put on there. Friday the 13th tomorrow, says Mark. My subject would be your anatomy. Anytime you want to have a look at that, feel free to do so. Oh, talking of which, I've got to tell you this. Just a moment. I'm sorry, we diverse again. Have we done any of the subjects on my list tonight? I don't think we have we? I've got to tell you this. I'm not being funny. Lads, come on, lads. Old men in cycling shorts in the swimming pool is not a good look. It really is. Now, there's a couple of young lads that go in there. They're about 23, 25. They wear cycling shorts. You know, you can see the indent. You know that thing in the back of your bum? No, the sides of your bums. You know, the muscle bit that goes in like that. Oh, my God, they're perfect. They're perfect. This morning, I'm in the changing room. There's two old fellas in there. One was about 63. The other was probably about my age, maybe just a touch younger. And they've got these cycling shorts on. And I just want to say, do you know how stupid you look in those? I mean, you could wear cycling shorts, Mark Bowles. I'm sure you could. Come on, fellas. It's gone. Not coming back. Once that's gone, it's gone. You can make yourself look decent, but you never be able to wear cycling shorts. And these blokes, one of them was overweight, of course, same as me. I'd look the same. I was fat as hanging around the outside. So here's his shape, right? And then the cycling shorts, right, like that. And then the fat again at the bottom. I mean, what do you look like? Why don't someone say anything? Surely their missus, or maybe they're on their own, you know. Some of these old gays, they try and make themselves look younger as well. They put like hats on and things like that to cover the bald spot and what have you. And they wear skin tight clothes, or they wear like t-shirts which are tight, but they don't look good. They look like a sack of old bleeding potatoes, the same as I would if I wore such things. So that was that. But you don't necessarily need to be fat to look awful in them. You know, if you are over a certain age, shall we say 40? Let's say 40. If you're over 40, you can't be wearing cycling shorts, dear. It's horrendous. Horrendous. Why do they do it? Anyway, what's Paul in Amsterdam saying? Your challenge, Chris, is to make that jar last a month. Well, we'll see. Right, so we are now going to open this. That was just diverting there onto the thing. We're going to open this now. Let's do the smell test first. It smells like a Mars bar. This smells like a Mars bar. Here we go. I'm going to like this, aren't I? Here it is inside. Look. Right, you ready? I'm so much looking forward to this. Ready? Ready? That is absolutely delicious. Oh, what I'd give to smear this on you, Mark. It doesn't matter anyway. Oh my God. Absolutely delicious. 10 out of 10. I'm not kidding. There you go. Now, I'll be honest. It's delicious. I've had two spoonfuls now, and that's kind of enough. Very Moorish. Now, this reminds me of the absolutely beautiful hot chocolate. Actually, a very similar taste, to be honest. The hot chocolate that my nephew's wife, Stacey, makes in the winter. If we've been out with... I'm looking forward to... do you know, it's a weird thing. There's a couple of things we do in sort of autumn, winter time that I'm looking forward to this year. And she makes this thing, and you get a big mug of it, and you sit there, and it's so nice. But you can only have the one mug. then it becomes too much. That is going to be the same. I've had 2 spoonfuls. They're absolutely delicious, but that's enough. Oh, I can't tell you how nice that is. You've got to go and buy some. So that's the Mars one, right? That's what you want. Get it in Aldi now. It's $1.99. Are you, Charlie with us or Ollie? One of the youngsters? Paige, get your mum to buy one of those, all right? Okay? Or if not, I'm up there in a couple of weeks. I might come over, might see if I can come over to your nan's house. And I might bring one over. We could sit there and eat that, couldn't we? Now, I don't know what you'd have that off. I'll be honest, I don't think I'd want that on bread. Maybe a banana, like a banana split. You could have a banana, split it in half and put that down the middle. Similar with Mark Bowles' ass. You know, you could put that along a sort of split banana and then eat that like that. And maybe if you want to be really naughty, some of that spray cream on top. Oh, God, that is too much. But like I say, eating it with a spoon, 2 spoonfuls are enough. What would you suggest you have that on? Could you put it on your breakfast stuff? I don't know. I mean, I know some of you have Cocoa Pops and stuff like that, but chocolate for breakfast doesn't kind of really do it for me, I must admit. You know, I don't know really. Don't know what else. Any suggestions what you could put that on? Definitely a banana, something like that. Maybe you have a bit of fruit in the morning. You could put that on top of that. Maybe on top of cornflakes. What else would you put that on? What else would you put that on? Come on, make your suggestions. Thank you, Mark. Oh, I'd pay. I'd have to pay for that. I'd pay for that. Mark says, what would the scales say? Tut, tut. Well, not a lot after 2 spoonfuls, I don't think. What would you put that on? Mandy, please could you wish me a happy birthday for tomorrow? Mandy Davenport, who is in charge of pain and suffering on this channel. It's her birthday tomorrow. Well, I'm glad you told me, because now we can sing to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mandy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Mandy. Get him to get you a jar of Mars stuff. Mandy, head of pain and suffering on this channel. Thank you, Mandy. Happy birthday for tomorrow, my darling. There's our lovely Claricea. Good evening, Claricea. She says the spread is awesome on toast. Yeah, okay, toast. That sounds all right. Toast, not bread. I'm not doing it for bread. Maybe, actually, no, not toast either. But, you know, people have that on bread and toast. Not for me. No, I need it. I don't know what else I'd need it on. Thank you, Claricea. Nice to see your little face there, my love. Thank you, Claricea. John Parry says, I think you're the type of gay that would dress and look like Quentin Crisp. First ever gay to come out in London. Quentin Crisp certainly was. Yes, he was. I don't think I'd dress like that, though. Here we go. Paul in Amsterdam says, my fella wears cycle shorts and has a great bum in them. No, if he's too old... Oh, you have to send a picture now, then I can give marks out of 10. Waiting. Send a picture, I'll give marks out of 10, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. Paige says, put it on pizza, not pizza, waffles. Yes, waffles. Down at Skegness. You could order waffles. They wouldn't have any of that, would they? And then take a jar with you and just put it on top of the waffles. Mm-mm. Oh, it's really nice. And it's Paige's birthday on Saturday. Is it really? Oh, we better sing to you as well then, Paige. Hang on a minute, darling. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, little Paige. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Paige, my darling. Now, will you be 8 or 9, I think? I think you're going to be 8 or 9 on Saturday. Are you having a little party? Are people coming round, family members or something? Charlie, what have you got your sister for your birthday? What do you mean nothing? Get out there and get something. Borrow some money off your mum. That's it. Hello to Vera. Evening to Vera. Vera's in the house. Just saw your Mars treat. Isn't it too sweet? It isn't too sweet for a couple of spoonfuls, but that's about all you can have. Which is probably a good thing, really, because if you sat here and have half a jar of that, I'm sure you'd be incredibly sick. It is very, very sweet. It is very, very delicious, but it's a little bit... You can't have too much of it. That's probably a good thing, I think. Paige is 8. She's at Dad's. Okay, well, happy birthday to you, my darling, for Saturday. I hope you like it. Mark Bowles says, stop it now. I can't stop, Mark. How can I ever stop? Stop it, Mark. Look, you're making me all red. Look, I'm getting embarrassed now. Dear me. Paul in Amsterdam. With a Mars spread, put it on a crushed banana on toast. There you go, bananas again coming up in there. Charlie Ray would just eat it out of the jar. What, on a spoon? God. Anyway, that's our little Mars thing tested. Shall we do the raffle? Shall we do the raffle now, shall we? Who's waiting for the raffle? I think we aren't going to do the raffle now. Here we go, my love. Have we got many people with us tonight? I don't think we're too busy tonight, are you? George says, would you have that Mars thing with ice cream? Yes, you could. I don't know how you'd do that. Probably in like a sundae. You know when you get like a little jar or plastic thing? No, rather you than a banana, actually. Rather you than a banana. It's quite good. Sometimes you get in these one-way conversations. You can only hear my part of the conversation. You don't know what the message is. So I quite like that. All right, so we're going to do this now. What was I saying about? What was I just signing? Just saying something now. I don't know how many people are with us today. But anyway, let's do the raffle, gang. Someone's going to win a water bottle. Now, I'm afraid I won't be able to post this tomorrow because I'm too busy to get down to the post office tomorrow. But it will get to you at some point. John Parrish's stickers took... it was Thursday, posted Friday. Discount the weekend, Friday. So what did you get them? Tuesday or something like that, didn't you? Or Wednesday. Took them a while, didn't it? But this is for the water bottle. Let's get rid of that caption. Okay. So you've all been collecting these tickets all week. And we're going to pull one out of the hat now. All right. There we are. Good. And we'll have a drum roll. Here we go. Can you see your numbers going around in there? Who can see their number? Here we go. I've got a ticket. Here's got a ticket. I've got a ticket. All right. Now remember, we only read you the number. Okay. Oh, I can't believe it. 273. Ticket number 273. I can't believe it. I don't believe it. 273. Who is ticket number 273? Whoever you are, you've won the water bottle. Claim now, okay? Claim now. Claim your ticket now. Just text in 074 51287 337 074 51287 337 to claim your ticket. And we'll come to that in a moment or two when someone's claimed that, all right? I will be reading out the number as well on the radio show tomorrow morning. Here's another thing. Name something you can't stand that a lot of people like. We'll reopen the phone line now. Now we've done those two things. Okay. Name something you can't stand that a lot of people like. Any idea on that one? You can call in if you want to. Once again, phone line open again now, 020 8144 3477. Or you can send a text with your reply, or indeed email chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. For myself, Chinese food. Oh, vile. Can't stand Chinese food. I hate the smell. And I'm sorry, to my nose, perhaps my nose is not educated enough, right? To my nose, it all smells the same. It's all got this smell. I go past a Chinese restaurant, I can't bear the smell. Awful. Awful. I don't like people with no talent on the television. Gemma Collins would be the biggest one. Okay. Doesn't really mean I dislike her as a person. I just don't like untalented people on the telly. And the telly's full of them. Right? Reality shows this right. Come dine with me. Can't bear it. Awful. That's something I don't like as well. What else can I think of? Football. Not into football. Don't do it for me. It's all very well seeing all these nice fellas running around a pitch. But the game itself, boring as hell. Boring as hell. Don't like football. Just trying to think if there's anything else, really. Sugar in tea. Lots of people like that, don't they? Don't like sugar in tea. That's just a silly thing. But what do you really dislike that a lot of people do like? Send us a message and let's read it out. Gary, why are you shouting out bingo, dear? That's finished, my love. Do pay full attention, Gary, to what's going on, dear. There's no bingo anymore. Peter Lake, good evening to Peter Lake. Very hot in Lincolnshire today. Evening to you, Peter. Vera's on the bus now going home. Good luck. Charlie Ray doesn't like KFC. Wow. Now, obviously, I don't have KFC because I'm vegetarian. I will say, though, with KFC, I quite like that batter around the chicken. And I'm not too squeamish, you know, like some of these people accidentally have a piece of chicken and then they go into meltdown. That's okay, you know, just might happen sometimes by accident. I don't have a problem there. I would probably peel the batter off the chicken and eat that. That's quite a nice taste. Charlie Ray doesn't like KFC. Can you believe that? Paige doesn't like cheap chocolate. Oh, Paige, isn't it horrible? I'm not being funny. I once bought some chocolate from Aldi and I had a bite and I thought, well, it's not too bad. It's all right. But as I completed the bar, it got worse and worse. I don't think I finished it in the end. Cheap chocolate, you're absolutely right, Paige. So what you're saying, Paige, is when you grow up and you get married and you want me to come to your wedding, I have to buy you expensive chocolates. Is that right, Paige? Are you preparing me for, I don't know, 10, 20 years' time or something? I hope I'm still here. I'll still be here, darling. Don't you worry about that, my love. I shall never shut. I shall carry on doing these chat shows for as long as YouTube want me on here. There we are, as long as we don't upset anyone. Thank you, Paige. Cheap chocolate is really good. Fran Green, olives and sushi. Oh, you're right there, Fran. Sushi. Oh, no. I always assumed sushi was fish. Well, did you know you can get vegan sushi? Oh, I saw this advertised somewhere. How does that work then? If it was, actually, no, it's the same thing as like having vegan bacon, really, isn't it? No dead animals. It's what they spice it with, and that's what makes the taste of the sausages. It is. And vegan beef and stuff like that. We got a call here. It's the delightful, beautiful, stunningly good-looking me, and also on the phone is Claricea. Good evening, Claricea.
We got a call here. Hey.
Oh, turn me off, dear. Turn me off. Turn me off. Hang on a minute. I'll look at a picture of Daniel. Yeah, I'm turned off now. Carry on.
Yeah, I've just turned you off. I have.
You're right, darling.
Very tired.
Oh, yeah. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Can't sleep. It's like,
Why are you tired, darling?
Oh, no, it's just that bit of treatment's just kind of like knocking me out a little bit.
Okay, do you want to tell people?
And that, so, you know, whatever. And that, but it's going all right. I'm doing all right. I don't like chili. Chili's horrible.
You don't like chili, is that right?
No, I don't like chili and I don't like pepper.
Okay. I'm a bit of a fan of chili myself. I put it in all the slow cooker stuff, and I put so much in. You know, Claricea, those chili, what's it called? Cheap chili? No, easy chili. Comes in a jar.
Aye.
Do you know those? They do easy chili, easy garlic, easy stuff like that.
No, I don't know those.
Well, it comes in a little jar like that. I put the whole jar in. The whole jar goes in there.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, I do. Yes, I do stuff in this.
Oh, my God, no.
Jalapenos
are just like the bane of everything.
Just a minute. Oh, we got a news flash from Plymouth. Plymouth confirms number of fatalities in a serious firearms incident in the Keyham district. Anyone who's in Plymouth might want to know that. So I do have a little news flash thing on the phone. So anything important comes on there. Oh, that's bad news, isn't it? Okay, so no chilies. Yeah, and when once I've done the meals, obviously I freeze a load of them, you see. And I'll have one on, and literally the top of my head sweats profusely when I have chili. Oh, I love it. And what's the other thing you don't like?
Jalapenos.
Oh, no, I don't like those. No. They put them on blimmin' pizzas, didn't they?
Oh, they put them in everything, my boy. We've just got back from Great Yarmouth after a week down there, and he bought crisps back, and the jalapeno crisps.
Jalapeno crisps? All right, okay. Who makes those?
Jalapeno crisps. I don't know. I think it's Walker's or something, but he left them me by accident. I was like, oh, yeah, brilliant. You know, he's left me like some beef crisps and that.
Yeah.
And I opened it without looking at the packet, and I ate one. I was like, oh, my God, and it burnt my mouth off. I was like, no. Then I looked at it. I was like, jalapeno in a crisp? Like, seriously?
Oh, there's been some very strange flavours coming out recently. I think Walkers keep doing these competitions. It was a Christmas one, Brussels sprout flavour. I didn't like the sound of that.
No,
Brussels
I mean, I
sprout.
don't mind Brussels sprouts. I like them, but I don't think I can handle them in crisps.
Right. Yeah, no.
No,
I don't...
no, there's some things that need to be left alone, and I think that's probably one of them, to be honest with you.
What's your favourite flavour crisps?
Oh, my word. Salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar, okay. You can get those.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, a strong salt and vinegar ones, and I had to pack it today, actually. Discos. They're very strong.
Yeah, they were all right in that. We don't get many of them up here in Manchester, we don't.
Oh,
so,
right,
you know.
okay.
But the strongest ones that I like are the McCoy's one.
All right, yeah. The thick crinkle, yeah.
Yeah, you know, they've got really good ones in that. The favourite ones I've got is the steak ones. They're really nice. Flame
grilled steak, yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realise most of these different flavours are all like chicken and all. A lot of them are suitable for vegetarians. You know, yeah, a lot of them are suitable for vegetarians. Chicken and mushroom pot noodle, no chicken in there at all. It's just flavouring.
I know. I know. I don't really do many pot noodles and that, so you know. Yeah. But no, and that another thing I can't stand is celery.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite a strong taste, isn't it?
It is.
That's one of the things that...
when Nan was alive, she used to have celery in that. And she gave me a bit, and I was like, no. And then she said, then she cooked it. She said, try it again. And I was still like, nah, I'm not doing that.
I put a whole one of those. I don't know what you call them. Like, you know, like a... what do you call them? Like, not like a bunch of celery sticks. Is that what it's called? You know, when you get a packet and there's loads of sticks connected to each other. I put a whole one of those in one of my slow cooker recipes. Of course, you know, by 8 hours' time, it doesn't taste like celery. It's just absorbed all the spices and the lovely tomato and all that business.
Yeah, I don't have one of those in that, so...
Do you not?
You know? Nah.
What, a slow cooker?
No.
Oh, it's wonderful, dear. Oh, you just chuck it all in, turn it on, and then 8 hours later, dinner's done. Long time to wait if you're hungry.
Oh, I know, but I'm one of these people that if I cook a dinner and I've been cooking it, I don't eat it afterwards because I'm just not hungry no more.
Is this because of your treatment?
I don't know. I have no idea in that, but yeah, I've started now.
Yeah.
I have. I'm like, But I'm still kicking around, you know. I'm still travelling up and down the country doing the theatre stuff.
Excellent, lady.
I'm back in business doing that now.
Excellent, lady. Are you in touch with James Dean at all?
I haven't spoken to him in ages.
No, me neither now. No, he's kind of gone in a different way.
And I know that he's got this new a thing popped up on Facebook a little while ago. It did, and there was a video, and he's doing some kind of Aleister Crowley escape room thing.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It's like a haunted house or something.
Right. Oh. Let me just do
like
haunted noises for you.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
It's weird, and I was looking at it, and I was like thinking, oh, okay, this looks interesting.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like an online thing, and it's called Crowley Manor.
Okay.
And you have to solve mysteries and stuff like that, and it actually did look quite good. I was like, yeah, okay, James, good on ya.
Yeah, fair enough. Good luck to him. Yeah, he's trying different things, isn't he? Because he had a bit bad luck at the radio station. It was not the only one, of course, but people do these radio stations and they give it them all. Someone new comes in and wants to change everything. It's a horrible business to be in, really. Commercial radio. It's not nice. The way people have got rid of.
I enjoyed my time there and that, but I mean, I've gone. If it wasn't for the radio station, I wouldn't have expanded the way that I did with the after show review.
Yeah.
And that's taken off really well. It has, and that we've got a foothold now in America.
Good.
We have that, and now that I'm with some wonderful groups based in America and all over the world and that, I've now started live streaming shows straight to their pages.
Oh, you see, that's the beauty of doing the internet thing. You do your own thing. There's no one to answer to. You're just happy to do whatever creativity that you want to do, and no one says, well, we quite like that, but this part, we don't really want that anymore. And it's always quite deflating when someone says that. If you're on the internet, on the YouTube or an internet radio, generally you're left alone to do how you want it to be. Just like, for example, and I'm sure you have your show exactly as you want it to be. Can people watch your show? How do they do that, Claricea?
Well, to be honest with you, it's like one massive great big group that's based over in America.
Right.
It is, and there's a couple of people. Well, I know someone that watches your show is part of the same group as what I am, and basically it's all like performers performing things, doing live streams of shows and everything, and that's basically what I do. I go to like concerts and I live stream concerts straight to the pages. I go to the last show that we've done was Circus of Horrors, and we've done that, and that was a great success, and everybody absolutely loved it.
And what pages? And what? Presumably these are Facebook pages, are they?
Yeah.
Okay, so what pages? What page can someone who's listening tonight go and see what you do? What's it called?
I don't know if I'm actually able to say, because I need to ask the leaders of the groups first if I'm able to say their names and that. And that, but they're all a really, really good bunch of people. They are, so they're
good.
All that. But the next show that I'm due to go to is in London. It's Back to the Future, the musical.
Is it now? Okay. Yeah, that sounds quite good, doesn't it?
Yeah,
they got a good car. They got a good car.
I know, I've seen it.
I wonder if it'd be an electric Skoda.
Can you imagine that? Or a Robin Reliant.
Yeah.
Coming on stage, that would be funny, it would.
Wonderful.
And that, so I'm down there in September, and that, so,
Good. Well, Claricea, keep pushing forward, my darling.
Oh, me and my fighting, right?
And keep on with that treatment, my darling, all right?
Yeah, definitely.
Lovely to hear your voice. It's been a few months. Thanks ever so much for calling in, darling, all right?
All right, sweetheart. You take care.
Bye-bye, love.
Bye.
There we are, Claricea in Manchester there, boys and girls. Wonderful to hear her voice again. Let's just take that phone off. Okay, yeah, we're going to close the phone line now, my darling, all right? Because we've got so much to get through here, to be honest. Awful lot to get through here. Just a second. Phone line is now closed. Thank you, those of you that called in tonight. Simon, Daniel, and Claricea. Let's have a look here. Paul in Amsterdam. Things lots of people like that you don't like. He says Meghan Markle. I'm not sure a lot of people like her, to be honest, Paul. I'm not sure that you would be in a minority of disliking her. But thank you, Paul in Amsterdam there. Peter Lake says, do you like Four in the Bed? I'm not aware of that programme. Four in a Bed. Is it something to do with people going to hotels? Or bed and breakfasts and talking about it, something like that. Is it, Peter? I'm not quite sure of that one. Vera? Can't stand people who lie to your face when you know the truth. Oh, there's a load of those around, isn't there? I know of people who... compulsive liars who tell you what they think you want to hear. Can't bear it. And I know, and it depends, you see. Do you go along with it just to keep the peace, or do you say something, or do you just come out of it altogether? Oh my God, compulsive liars. Honestly, awful. But I know what you mean, Vera. Thank you, Vanilla. Shania doesn't like Halloween. Halloween. She don't like Halloween. Oh, Shania, love. I think you'd make an excellent witch. I really do. I could see you with a little pointed hat on and a broom. Just think, if you was a witch and you could fly on a broom, just think how quickly you could get to church. You wouldn't have to wait for Callum. Mind you, Callum will probably be faster in that new car of his, wouldn't he? Let's be honest. Tearing around the island. I can hear it from here. Is he out there now? There's someone going around here anyway. Thank you, Shania. Doesn't like Halloween. Paige says she's allergic to cheap chocolate. Buy me expensive chocolates. Give me Harris's. Harris's chocolates. Is that a thing, is it? Let me have a look. Harris's chocolates. Harris's chocolates. I'll come to your emails in a moment. Harris's chocolates. I've never heard of these. Ah, I see. No, hotel chocolate. Do you mean, Harris and James coffee and chocolate? Is that it? High quality artisan chocolate. No, that don't. Oh, hang on. Harris and James. Chocolate selection boxes. Let's have a look at these, Paige, shall we, my darling? Ooh. Oh, they're not too bad. £11. £11.99 there. Great British Pudding Selection. Oh. The trouble is, Paige, if I bought you some chocolates... I'm the sort of person that would take one or two out of the box and hope that you didn't notice. The cellophane would disappear from the front of the box and you'd open it, there'd be two missing. Thank you, Paige. George Bond says sushi is seaweed. Well, I don't want any of that. Thank you very much. Don't want any of that. Thank you, Mark. I think you're absolutely right, darling. You need... You need to revamp your partner, my love. Here I am, ready to be revamped. Thank you. Gary Ross. Oh, have you sent me something, Gary? Hang on a minute. Gary Ross has sent something. I'll check for you. He likes me to check that it has arrived in case he's put it in the wrong place. One moment, please. Have we got a tip tonight? Someone sent a tip. We're going to get rich again. We're going to get rich. There it is. One moment. Touch ID for PayPal. Touching. Look. Do you like a little touch like that? Thank you thank you, Gary Ross. Gary Ross has sent me a tip tonight. Here comes the Super Chat jingle for Gary Ross. With that, I might even buy the Milky Way jar and the Twix jar. I'm not going to buy those Oh no, I could and store them. I wonder how long this lasts. Hang on a minute. Let's have a look how long this lasts. 9:45 already. Look at that. My sausage rolls would have come on in the oven now. I've got sausage rolls and beans tonight. We'll be finished at 10 o'clock, though. All on timer, dear. It's very good. I've got this oven timer thing, haven't I? Hang on a minute. What's the date on this, then? Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Okay, 17th of March 2022. So they last about a year. I'll be honest, I think it's going to take a year to eat that. If two spoonfuls is absolutely enough of that. You could put it on ice cream, though. I like that suggestion best out of all. Thank you very much, Gary. Have a play. Would you like another one, darling? There we are. Have another one. Gary sent me a tip tonight. Thank you very much. And here's John Parrish. He, you have my address. What does that mean? You have my address. What does that mean? I'm not coming round to your house. Is there something else that you want to say, John? Please be specific, dear. Dear me. Hello to James McAllister in the house tonight. Hello, James, who's over in Liverpool working on the family house. Haven't been here since Christmas, and the garden is like a forest. Don't know where to start. Oh, is it? Strimmer. The trouble is, if you use like a push-along, like a qualcast of lawnmower on long grass, it can jam the thing up. I mean, I turned mine upside down and removed all this stuff from there. My mate had to come over and help. I couldn't get the blooming blade off, to be honest. Couldn't me to get the blade off there. But yeah, and we took the twirled, the grass and something, like you pick up like runners and things like that, didn't you? And it clogs up the thing. Long grass can do that, and you can damage the lawnmower. I think a strimmer probably to start with that. Funny watching you in the same time zone for a change. It's true, isn't it, James? We are all in the same time zone, I think. We are in the time zone, I'm sure we are. Charlie means Harrod. Oh, she wants Harrod's chocolates, does she? Harrod's chocolates, hang on. Harrod's chocolates. Harrod's chocolates. 65. No, hang on a minute, that's not it. Order luxury chocolates online. No, Fortnum and Mason's. Harrod's luxury chocolates. Hang on a minute, let's have a look there. What's that mean? Validating your browser session. What the hell does that mean? Validating your browser session? I don't know what that is. Okay, Harrod's chocolates. Let's have a little look. £125? Have you gone mad, dear? £125? You'll get a Galaxy and be happy with it. Dear me, £125. Here we are. Text from John Parrish. My name is John Parrish, the proud winner of the raffle. Yep, he's won 2 weeks in a row. Can you believe that? Ticket number 273. John Parrish. 2 weeks in a row, that greedy gits one. Well done, John. So you win this water bottle. Water bottle, okay. That'll be winging its way to the post to you. Probably on Saturday, maybe Monday, okay. When I can get down to the post office. I can't go tomorrow, as I've already mentioned there. All right, well done there, John. Fantastic. Well, we're not going to be here. And here you go. Say goodbye to the tickets. Bye, tickets. Bye. Now, we're not here next Thursday. So I don't think we'll do a raffle. We're not going to do a raffle next week, okay? Because we're not here Thursday, but we'll pick it up again the week after. I will do some more stickers, I think, next time. Okay? What would you pay to meet a star or a celebrity? What would you pay? Mel Gibson, and a lot of the stars are doing this, I've got to tell you. Who would you want to meet? And what would you pay to meet them? And by the way, I'm standing by with my PayPal. Okay, just in case you want to meet me. What would be a fair amount for me to charge, for example? Obviously, certain people watching the show tonight would be able to do me for free. Meet me for free. They would absolutely meet me for free, especially with cheeky smiles and yellow football tops on. They would be able to meet me for free. Who would you like to meet? What star would you want to meet? And what would you be prepared to pay them, I wonder? What about Mel Gibson, Story in the Sun? Hollywood superstar Mel Gibson is charging fans £1,000. £1,000 for a photo and a handshake. He's worth £305 million. Come on, mate. We've watched your films. We've made you famous. Why are you charging £1,000 for people to shake your hand? Eh? He's appearing in London, Glasgow and Birmingham with Leeds later this year to chat to fans on stage in an experience with Mel Gibson. Just like his earnings from a string of Hollywood blockbusters, the prices are through the roof. The most expensive spots for the event, which include a 3-course dinner and a band, plus Mel chatting about his career on stage, cost £345. Well, I mean, the dinner, the band and the show, £345. In the grand scheme of things, I have to tell you, I've paid more for a front seat with Barry Manilow. Okay? I've only done it for him. I've never paid anywhere near that to go and see anyone else. So for that, yeah. but £1,000 to shake his hand. Fans are told super premium table location, best seats in the house. That's for the £345. Drinks reception on arrival. This is what you get for your money. Drinks reception on arrival in a fabulous VIP area. Table service for the duration of the evening. Welcome drinks package shared with your table, including champagne, wine, beers, soft drinks and iced water. And for £650, fans get to meet Mel the day before for a VIP meet, greet and photo opportunity. But they are told only one guest can be in the photo, and they must also spring for a dinner ticket as well. So they've got to buy the dinner ticket. That's where it gets £1,000. So £650 to meet him at this thing before, £345 as well for your show. Okay? So actually, the whole £1,000, it's not just shaking his hand. Mel's organisers say only 20 of these are available. Queue priority. Premium guests will be first in line for the photos. It's a lot of money, isn't it? A lot of money to meet someone. And it has to be said, as I've said, I have paid more for Barry Manilow front row tickets before, but I mean front row. You can, it has to be said, also go and meet Barry Manilow for the Platinum Experience. And he says all the money for this goes to charity. So there'll be about 8 people, I think, 8 or 10 people, something like that, all waiting for their turn. You go up, you have a little bit of a drink reception and this, and then you go and meet Barry in a room. And you go in a room, I think it's you and Barry and a photographer in the room. You go and meet him, shake his hand, you talk to him for a little bit, I don't know, a couple of minutes or something like that. Get your photo taken with him. That's going to cost you £1,000, approximately. About £1,000 for that. So people have said to me, why don't you do it? No, because I think sometimes you don't really want to meet the person. You have like an image, I think, and this would go with everyone on the telly or stuff like that. You have an idea in your head about what they are, and then you meet them and you can be bitterly disappointed. I know people that have met various, not stars, celebrities. I don't know anyone that's actually met a star who was disappointed. Celebrities, people like off the telly, not going to be around for very long, you know, who have been really disappointed. Really, people that I've worked with, quite a big person actually, who I've worked with on the radio. Someone met him and then they rang me. When I was doing a show on this particular station, and said they went down to meet someone at this road show type thing, and they say they just didn't want to know, you know. Well, that being said, perhaps they were busy, you know, I don't know. But would you pay to meet a star or a celebrity or someone like that? Sherry says I'd pay £100 or to £200 to see the young Clint Eastwood. Oh, he's good, isn't he? There's another film coming out by him, I think. We mentioned a couple already. The latest one I saw was The Mule, M-U-L-E, which is on the Netflix. But there's another film about to come out, I believe, called Cry Macho. Coming out on September the 17th on HBO Max. So I don't know at what time would that appear in the cinema. HBO, no, that's a TV thing, isn't it? That's one of the streaming services. So presumably that will end up on Netflix. Cry Macho, that's the new one. And synopsis, is there a synopsis there at all? Does it say anything about it? News. No, it doesn't say. There is a trailer already on YouTube. If you want to type that in, Sherry, Cry Macho, M-A-C-H-O, and that'd be the new Clint Eastwood film coming out soon. All right, my love. Claricea would have loved to have met Christopher Lee, but he's no longer with us. Oh yes, Christopher Lee, those wonderful Hammer House of Horrors, aren't they? Vera says she is not a celebrity chaser. Good. And she says, I don't have to pay to see you. Maureen says the Mars spread you could put on strawberries. That's a good one, isn't it? Strawberries for the old Mars spread. And Maureen is very pleased to know that the karaoke is back upstairs tomorrow, gang. Back upstairs, all right, tomorrow. That's our karaoke. Karaoke back upstairs at Central Station, Wharfdale Road, King's Cross tomorrow. Mel, there's Mel Gibson there. £1,000 to shake his hand. Well, I mean, you get the other thing as well, don't you? All right. Thank you. Hello to Adam the Plumber. Evening, Adam. Good evening, Chris. I'd whip out my 10.5-inch one and watch you on that. But tonight I have in full HD on my new 70-inch telly. Oh, it's bigger than my one. I've only got 65. He's got a new HD 70-inch TV. And as always, you look fabulous. Thank you very much, young Adam. He says, maybe you could do a meet and greet, Chris. £1 for 10 minutes with picture. They'd want change for the £1, I reckon. Paul Adamson, most I've ever paid to see anyone or anything. Zoom in to see the price. Was it worth it? But would have preferred to see opening. Hang on a minute. Let's have a look at this. What's that? Oh, okay. The closing ceremony at the Olympic Stadium, for which you paid £995. Wow. Wow. Row 42. You're not even close, are you, there? But, you know, you've always... that's a lot of money to pay. But if that's your thing, that's your thing. The same as, you know, Barry Manilow is my thing. Well, some of these kids will pay a fortune to go and see, like, I don't know, the Spice Girls. Not my thing. I wouldn't pay £10 to go and see them. But they have their fan club and people are willing to pay that, aren't they? Good. All righty. Are we done there? I think we're done on the show today. I had some other stuff to do, but my dinner's going to be ready at 10 o'clock, so I'm not going to waste that for anyone. I've got some pictures there that John Parrish kindly sent in of his decorating, and also George Bond sent in a picture of a fire, which I'll hold those over for the next show. That will be on Sunday night on this channel, our next chat show on Sunday night on this channel. On your way out, do you mind clicking the little like button on the way out? And that's greatly appreciated, all right? Thanks for joining us. I'm back on the radio tomorrow morning, reachonair.com. There we go. Friday morning, just after 9 o'clock. I do hope you'll be able to join us for our little show tomorrow. Thanks very much to the people who rung in tonight. Simon and Daniel and Claricea. Lovely to have Claricea back there. Thank you, Claricea, for calling in on the show tonight. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday night. I'm now going to have vegan sausage rolls from Aldi and baked beans for my dinner. And maybe one more spoonful of the Mars spread. Thank you to Gary Ross also for your very kind tip tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. See you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.